Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We're starting off a brand new skirmish campaign today, playing as the Spider God and trying to create a group of insectoid spiders that will, I don't know, plague the world, I guess. We're going to play on an unknown realm. We are going to do a little customization on it, though, because there's a few things that drive me absolutely wild, and I want to make sure that they are not on here. Most of them we're going to keep because I think that's fun. Regenerating infestations is a totally gameplay changing random trait, so we're going to take that off. I'm willing to take everything else and play it by ear. I'm going to turn off World Seals and World Seals active, just because I like the slow pace of those. I find it's a bit rushed otherwise. Everything else is good. Everything else is good. And we are going to turn off presence traits because these add like superpowers onto the map that really just throw out the whole balance. Other than that, I'm willing to take every other little itty bitty bit in here. We're going to go on a very large map. We're going to go with 9 players. We're going to play on brutal difficulty, normal traits, classic turns, advanced settings, generated rulers.
Your journey starts here.
Did I get that all right? Very large, 9. Normal, classic, unknown realm, portal visual. We should probably save this realm because I think this is going to be the standard mystery realm we play. Oh man, I love some of these new visuals. Honestly, let's just go with like this guy. Unknown mystery realm without annoying stuff. that's a normal size. Just making sure none of this stuff has been like re-ticked. Yes, yes, yes. Show ascension traits. AI difficulty is brutal. Everything else is golden.
Your journey starts here.
Brilliant. Looks like an exciting setup. I'm very, very excited for this.
What is your
I feel like I've played enough of these skirmish maps that we've got it like tweaked perfectly now. So we've done a little theory crafting before starting, and we have our plan roughly laid out. We're gonna play as, obviously, insectoids. I gotta take off cold-blooded. I think ceaseless cacophony we're gonna get rid of. I like that 15% fumble, but I like 20% crit hit with the potential build we have. Now we could go death beetles, but because we're going spider people, I'm gonna go with spiders. And we're gonna ride giant spiders around.
What is their origin culture?
Because, you know, that's pretty hard not to do. We're gonna go primal, and we're gonna go, surprise, surprise, the tunneling spider. Because, you know, we're going as spider people. So this is going to give us access to higher food income. It's also going to alter provinces into favored terrain. Our favorite terrain is mushroom forests, which is going to work very nice for what this build is going to become, which is a tier 1 army.
What defines their society?
Just gonna be weird. We're spiders, so we have to swarm, and we're spiders, so I think we also eat corpses. I think this is what we decided. We're gonna go just for like heavy on the chaos. We're starting out. But we're gonna balance between a handful of tomes. And in fact, most of the tomes we need are gonna be tier 1, which might be a weird build. Tome of the Horde is an obvious choice. Oh, cool. Even the Houndmaster rides a giant spider. I wish he summoned a big spider instead of a puppy dog. The Tome of the Horde. The Tome of Beasts will allow us to summon spiders. The Tome of Evolution is a maybe. It's got some nice things in here, such as Draconic Vitality. Rapid Evolution is also pretty good on spider creatures if we decide to build a bunch of spiders. Youthful Regen, never a bad choice. The Wyverns and the Slithers we're going to ignore. The other thing is going to be the Tome of Cryomancy, because we're going to want to eventually, I think, become ice spiders. And frost is going to be sort of our thing. I guess frost and blight, which is death magic, technically. So the big question is do we start with Tome of the Horde or do we start with Tome of Beasts? Tier 1, fire damage, spawnkin, irregulars. Tier 1 units are cheaper. Tier 1 units get buffs. Versus cavalry and animals get flanker and critical hit chance, which obviously that leans into our overwhelm tactics. We get bonus draft for provinces with forests. Counts as a forest, allows us to produce animals. I think I'm actually going to start with the Tome of Beasts, and it's not for any of this. It's actually because of what we get from Imperium. The early Imperium stuff gives us a bunch of growth, and I think that's going to be really important.
What is your ruler's origin?
Now, you might think, what are we being? A champion? A wizard? Perhaps some sort of spider dragon? No, we're being an Eldritch Sovereign. Are you kidding me?
Reveal yourself.
How can you say no to this? How can you say no to these big, big, bad monsters? We're going to take the Relic of Flesh because it does poison damage. It also does economic spells, which I'm curious which ones it gets. But more importantly is there's a bunch of spider looking things in here. So we can get really spidery with this design. We either go with these weird flowers or we go with this horn of... This is the only part that doesn't really have a spider aesthetic. The back type, there should be one that's just a bunch of spider claws. We can go with this guy, or we can go with this one. The ones that move constantly, or the ones that kind of fan out like wings. This one feels somehow way more horrifying. This one, the second option. The moving ones. We're a spider, so let's go. We're spider mommy queen, so we have to be a big spider. But maybe tiny arms? We do have all these legs. Our head is obviously not correct. What is the most spidery looking head? Great question. We could be sexy spider mommy. I kind of like this guy for a spider. The normal waifu faces just seem bizarre to me. We could also go like rock spider. Ooh, I mean, if we go frost later, this kind of could be like ice crystals. The big eye is lit. Yeah, we tried that on the summoner build. I really like that one. Human-like head is best. I mean, this guy looks pretty spidery. I kind of like this one the most. His base skin color is for sure going to be black. He's a spider. Also, like, the other colors are really strange for spiders. His accent color. I can't wait till the expanded color mod adds some more colors in here. Honestly, I might go black and black. Ooh. I did not realize his legs were metal. I guess it's like chitin. He's got real xenomorph energy, doesn't he? The rock chip on the shoulder also looks okay. Do we just go pure black spider? Or do we give him a little bit, just a hint of color? Just a pop. It's so little, I can barely tell. We could give him a tiny little spider head. I might actually do that. Relatively. The forest green. The forest green does look kind of cool, but I worry it won't match our late game aesthetic. Yeah, I mean, the rock is nice with that headpiece. But it doesn't have the same xenomorph energy that this has. Like, this guy looks like he's straight out of a Geiger film. His default personality. Great question. Warlord? We're going to have a lot of bugs. And we're going to expand a lot. A rebellious leader who values freedom and alliances. That could be a spider. Never breaks treaties. Likes empires with multiple races. Likes empires with vassals. Dislikes large domains and trading grievances. Demonic warlord. Driven by war. Never surrender. Exterminate and expand. Empires that are at war. Empires that start war. Power-hungry ruler that believes might makes right. Honestly, I'm tempted to say demonic warlord here. Or like sneaky, covert, gained vassals, exploration, exploitation. It could be like a sinister spy, likes to deal with the weak, values power and treachery. Weak economy, weak research. I want to say sinister spy, maybe. Something shady, one of the spy ones? Yeah. Solitary isolationists also sounds spider-like. Exploration, exploitation. Exploration, expansion. Oh, exploitation, expansion. A strong defensive force. Yeah, I think let's go with Sinister Spy. These guys do want to expand, but that is tricky. I feel like we need some sort of spider emblem here. Which for sure we must have. Are you a spider or a crab? I think you're a crab. That's a spider. We are riding these dread spiders. So we could go with like a color that matches them. Oh, interesting. The bugs actually get coloration based on their skin decoration more than their skin color. Well, making black bugs is very easy. Do we want them rocking like some blood on them? Or like bits of gold? Part of me kind of likes the white war paint. Also, part of me likes the blood, though. They are cannibals. You know what? I feel like we have to take one of the blood ones. This one is, like, minimal. It's just a little bit on their chest. In all time, all things are crab. Let's go chunky but tiny. True spider vibe. Oh, okay. There is variation. Oh, it's just in the first couple ones. It's not so variant. Where is your armor? Oh, it's the bands. We could match the color of our Dread Spider mounts. Honestly, if that's the case, maybe I will make that accent color green. It kind of matches the Relic of Flesh as well. How we feel about that? Is that a good looking ruler to everybody? Silver tats, nice. Can I make the spiders frost spiders? Sadly, I cannot. That's the only unfortunate bit about this, is that while we want to be frosty bug people eventually, potentially, the spiders will stay dread spiders. I wish you could change them. Love it.
Your journey begins.
We need a name. Obviously, the title is Spider Goddess. Eldritch Spider Goddess? Eldritch Spider Goddess? We have so many options. We need a first name and a last name. Typically, the last name for elder beings is the something. Though I'm actually seeing we're getting different choices. I guess because I've gone nature. The shepherd still shows up. Chitinous spirit callers. What do we got? Ehem, you're right. She, her. You are correct. Thank you. They, them, for they are the swarm. Shockingly, not an option. You would think a giant eldritch being could be a they, them, but no, not allowed. I might submit that as a suggestion. The long-legged. I feel like the throne city should just be called the Hive. Or like the World Wide Web. Something stupid like that. Or an it. It/item. First name is Egg. Eggath. I guess it's Egath. But what about Eggath? It's funny because, you know, spiders lay eggs. The website, spiders make nests, not hives. Someone cashed in a name? Oh, you're right. Doc Sean did. Shelob would be an appropriate name for a person. I try to generally stay away from direct reference when I can, though it is tempting. I feel like if we went Shelob, we'd have to go with like the one that looks like a human because of Shadow of War making Shelob a sexy spider mommy. Might as well call him Oorb. Oorb. These are funny because like they're not spiders, but they want to be spiders. We could call them like spider collars. Or like web walkers. I'm taking suggestions. I saw Ergathor. I say. I mean, we named our guy who was covered in eyes Cornea. Or Cornea. The web surfers, the terminally online web walkers. Agath. Like, part of me wants to just say, like, the Brood Mother for a last name, which feels maybe appropriate. Because it is a spider brood. Shelob's a nobody. This is clearly Ungoliant. Broodmother, good. We like Broodmother. All right, what do we got for weird first names? She does look like she could have an X for a first name. I just love the crazy Eldritch names they come up with. Just like yeeting apostrophes in there wherever they want. Always get Ungoliant mixed with the Pathfinder goddess of necromancers, name spelling wise. Yeah. I mean, there is like a, it's really annoying. There is a custom hero in this game who has a bunch of cool spider abilities. She's on one of like the late story maps, and I think her name is Arachnia. But she gets all these like cool things, and I think gets unique spider mounts as well that you can't have otherwise. But she has a bunch of like hair pieces and stuff that are unavailable normally, and that they're all spider themed. And I just grumble about it. Shelob, Xenon. She has gobos though. You are right. She has gobos. So a rad name. We're getting a lot of cry out for Shelobs. Ungoliant, technically a spider as well. I actually don't know Ungoliant. I'm assuming he is like Forgotten Realms or something similar. Sorry. I'm not stoked on any of these first names. They're not bad enough puns for my liking. Ungoliant is Shelob's mom. Oh, I kind of like that. The Primordial Darkness. First game, Shelob's mom. A lot of the Lotor spiders. All right, you know what? There was a lot of cry for Shelob, and I feel like making the more weird reference, the deeper cut reference is okay. It's hard to get a spider pun. We like this? Eldritch Spider Goddess, Ungoliant the Broodmother, the Webwalkers of the Hive. Behold, Eldritch Spider Goddess Ungoliant the Broodmother, sovereign from the umbral abyss. Her eldritch powers will shape the Webwalkers of the Hive. Carapaced beings who communicate through a combination of sound and subtle chemical odors. They work together to bring down even the largest of foes. They share a deep kinship with spiders. They worship powerful animal spirits and aim to shape the realms in their honor. They find the strength in fast population growth and overwhelming numbers, sacrificing their people to gain favor from the gods. Onwards and upwards. A lot of legs. A lot of legs, the Broodmother. This is a lot of legs. She has like, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the back, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 legs. Could you imagine just somebody looking at that and being like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's not a spider. That's technically incorrect. I forgot to take a screenshot. Oh, well. We get Mark as Prey and Ancestral Harmony, which lets us heal. We are right next to a Mother Ash. That's very fun. What's our things? Underground start. Civilizations only thrive underground on this realm, forcing the throne cities of every empire underground. Each empire starts underground regardless of any adaptation traits. Well, that's an advantage. Oh my God. We've also got mega cities, though. We cannot absorb, migrate, or settle new cities. We're in like the top right corner of the map. War for the underworld. Hell yeah, dudes. Wild speakers. These guys ride spiders, so obviously I am tempted to take them pretty early on. Summon wild animal, always good. But let's go for the wild speakers early. You are my scout. Ah, a tunneling spider den. When annexed, unlocks the tunneling spider temple. Our army has 2 protectors and a primal darter. Let's grab, I guess, another darter. And then I think we'll start with the Woodcarver's Workshop, seeing as it gives the most generous buffs to everything. It's also upgraded with a Forester, which we're going to have pretty quickly. If you ever make a dragon race, ensure to include Ancalagon, the biggest dragon ever, the size of an entire mountain. Sounds like a good Materium dragon. Lotor is awesome stuff that's never included into stories. I believe it. I would absolutely believe. This is all really good forests. This is so much spider forest. Do we start with dig? Oh, we do. Shoot. I would have done some better digging. Okay. And we have the good Ungoliant here. We'll just snap a pick up in case I need it. Couldn't be a more perfect start, right? Get pretty lucky in that. Mana, gold. It's another entrance. All right, this is a pretty big looking area to start in. This is a massive river. I've noticed rivers doing this a lot on the underground maps. I could maybe breach this as well. I guess I could also pop up here and take Mother Ash, which is not a bad idea. All right, let us get right to it. Oh, there's a production stash right there. I didn't even notice. Didn't even see it. Recklessly racing forward, not even checking where people spawn. The web is a 2 hex cone. 16 damage. And this guy just does lots of blight. The Primal Darters have the cool ability where they can disengage shot. Jump backwards. And then, yeah, I guess everybody can also just eat corpses. Acid spray. Tier 2s. You go here. Part of me is honestly just thinking that, okay, so this guy is slowed. He's not immobilized. Which means I'm probably going to want to just dart backwards on him. Can you cast that from up here? No, you can only cast that with your in range that close. Damn, these guys are chunkier than I thought. fellas is much chunkier than I thought. We get spitted and hitted. You get a beautiful flank on him. We're going to take that and let you finish him off. And then you are on this guy. In fact, you could eat that corpse now as well if you wanted. Give you a tasty early flank. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the other cool thing with these spiders is that when we attack 5 times, we get 5 stacks. We start getting lifesteal. Fury of the Tunneling Spider. I think it's going to work really well with this build. Can you eat that corpse? Not while he's standing on top of it. What a rude dude. Handy dandy. We can also heal based on this ability, which is extra, extra handy. Stacking up little bits of temporary HP on each of them. No problem. I like the lifesteal on the tier 1. There's something to that. We'll grab some reinforced mail. Nice early tier 2 armor. And our first level up, which, great question. How am I going to want to build this guy? Units gain frenzy when in provinces with mushroom forest. I feel like support is going to be important because all the like tier 1 boosts are behind support. So I want to say let's start with pack leader. Some of the Eldritch stuff is really, really good as well, but and then we can go pick up that production. And journey. There's already stuff happening down there. You've led your webwalkers, ardent followers of the tunneling spider, to a new realm when something catches your eye. Not far from the hive, the wondrous tree pulsates with invigorating energy. It's a strangely familiar energy that inspires you, even from afar. A faint chirp on the wind calls to you. Your eyes fixed on the tree, you discern a faint apparition of immense power. Could it be the ancestral spirit of the webwalkers, the tunneling spider herself? Does the tunneling spider, who your people intimately call Under-Atur, truly grace this realm? If so, we go give her a high five immediately. So if everybody is underground, does that just mean like the above ground is filled with chaos? This opens, so all of this can technically be connected to our territory. It's looking like. And we can get our first annexation, which we're going to want to be a forester for sure. It's foresters all the way down. Iron deposits or gold this early? I suppose iron deposits. Diago, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Come on in. If that's the case, we might as well go straight for the storehouse as well, just for that extra pop. Our first guy is oddly enough not going to be needed. And this is farms grant food. It's funny, we went with the Book of the Beasts because I was figuring we were going to build cities really quickly. And now I'm realizing I don't think we need that. In fact, I don't think we need Imperium for pretty much anything if that's the case. So we should expand early and often. We will still need other things to boost. The stone, steel. The blacksmiths boost off of quarries, though the armory requires foresters. So that's going to be a weirdly important one. And this is one of like the only places we can build mana nodes. I'm going to grab a quarry right there. Treasure. And then I'm actually going to rush the recruitment of that Primal Darter, and we're going to build a second Spirit Tracker. You're going to heal 1 turn, and then you guys can come over and do whatever you need to do. Oh, you can do that immediately. 400, 200. I'm not seeing any infestations down here, and that has me very confused. I can't reach him this turn. Could I dig? I could dig. Digging's good free loot. Dragon units are all base game, or do you need the dragon DLC? There are dragons in the base game, but if you want them and you want the Tome of Dragons, you need to have the DLC. And the hero dragon, I think, is also DLC. I think it's the 2 tomes, Tome of Evolution and Tome of Dragons, and then the hero unit are all locked. It's good DLC. What are these poofs that keep happening? A large creature cave. A brewer ogre. I mean, for now? I guess so. If you come down here, you come over here. I guess dig. We've built a storehouse. For the granary, we need another forester. Honestly. I think if I build forester, if I build a special forester building here, it'll be surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foresters. Which is probably as good as I'm going to be able to get. Those are brick walls. If I built here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could maybe get 6 here, but we're also going to have multiple forester buildings, so I could probably just do that in multiple locations. We got options. And I'm going to be really greedy, and I'm going to go for a second granary. Get that population booming right away. You got the premium edition because all the DLC is really good? Yeah, me too. Me too. I tried the game out, played it for like 1 day, and then immediately upgraded to the premium edition. I guess animal and cavalry getting boosted is a good spell. There's a lot of scouting we're going to have to do. I don't love this selection, but sure, we'll take Call of the Wild. You're going to go there first, because I want to know what this treasure is. A Ring of Endurance. I won't say no to an extra status resistance buff. And And then next turn, all these guys start getting buffs. So let's kill you now before that becomes a problem. Why not? AOW4 is good, but it's kind of samey as its predecessors. Art direction and soundtrack is great. I think there's like a lot of options of different things that you can do. I didn't play a lot of the predecessors. I will be truthful in that. But what they've added into this so far has been very, very good. And it seems like, you know, there's probably plans for another season of content. So we will likely continue to get more good stuff. Let's have you drink. And what do we have? We have Iron Golem Assistants, Copper Golems, Darters, and Archers. Missed! Barf. Get that Rising Fury. Started right away. I mean, you could web. Probably not a bad idea. We have a funny option here. Where I'm like, do I web this guy or do I just go after him? I feel like web. I feel like the answer is almost always web. You can shoot him in the back with a disengaging shot. You have Frigid Breath. What do the drink do? 2 strength and 2 sunder defense and Frigid Belch. 90% chance of inflicting frozen for a turn. Yeah, this big guy's gonna take some damage. But that's all right. I don't know that I really want to keep a Brewer Ogre. Right now, he is a temporary boon. And with the way things are going, I don't think I'm going to be keeping him. Double frozen! Well, when you put it like that, you suddenly make a much more convincing argument. You can eat that corpse and just start shutting down guys up here. That guy's frozen, so let's just hit him. See if we can add a little poison going. My poor Brewer Ogre. Just getting absolutely dumpstered there. That's what he gets for not having consumed corpses. Excellent. Excellent. I really, really, really like the life leech ability. On these guys, it makes a big difference. We want 15 HP or 2 defense. That's hard to say. Shows the retaliation. Yeah. Game is still very new. Got a lot of ways to go. Lots of DLC in the future. Just give it time. Yeah, and I mean, like, the 4 DLCs they put out this year have been all, like, rock solid. The expansions so far that we're seeing are, like, quite good for the game. Like, I am definitely been pleased with it. None of this is diggable. All of that stuff is. This stuff is as well. I guess it would be good to go and see what's up there. We can submit thralls into things like draft. I actually can't build a wild speaker yet. I'm just realizing. Well, we might as well just build another protector then. If someone's going to die, it's probably one of them. And then honestly, let's just keep growing. I am going to need some farms. Just to boost stuff. Gold mines I don't really need. Like, nothing is really tied to gold mines. At least not early on. All right, there's nothing up there. I sense an army over that way. Ooh, I actually sense a river over that way. And if I break that, I get access to all of this. How much movement do you have? 17. Just taking a peek. Just a little peek. That's all. A little sneak. A little peek. These spiders. There's a hunter spider matriarch in there. Here's the thing, it's turn 6. Normally these guys get harder at turn 6, so I'm not really entirely certain what's happened on the scaling. But I am tempted to kill them now versus later. Yeah, let's go for it. I gotta look at the rules for that matriarch because she's the threat here, obviously. Do spiders get abilities that are like can't be webbed? Cave walk, moving through cavern, fungus, and mushroom forests cost less points. That's good to know. Death casting, demolisher, low maintenance, and swift. So can still be webbed. Also gets jump. So I don't want to go up too far here. I'm hoping I can get a mind control off on it. But that's a pretty big gamble. Well, I certainly misjudged some of that damage. Can't use for 3 turns. Can't use for 3 turns, right? Can't use for 4 turns. Can't use for 4 turns. All they can really do is do damage right now. If I mind control this guy, I can't do anything with him other than have him not bite that archer. That being said, if I can't kill him, he will kill that archer. Becomes distracted, so all attacks are flanking attacks, and sunders his defense, meaning everything does more damage to him. I gotta try this. All right. That's pretty great. I forget to cast this. Okay. This guy's stuck. He's mind controlled for another turn. You're also stuck, but look, you could eat this corpse. Glorious, delicious corpses. Okay. We have nice flanks on this guy, which means I don't really need to distract, I don't think. Also getting little bits of heals. So I could send you there and you on him. Immobilize him. That's perfect. Gives the overwhelm to this guy, which is obviously really helpful. But the question is do I want to overwhelm or do I want to spit webs? Slowed, but not immobilized. Yeah, we'll be fine. Light resistance. Let's poison him instead then. Perfect, perfect. Flank. That's a flank, but it's a terrible, terrible shot. Doesn't kill him. Wow. 5 and 12. Still not enough. Oh, maybe it is, actually. Might have turned him on the flank. And then this guy is routing. We'll just shoot him for good measure. More loot. Back to heal. The granary is up. The clan lodge is coming. The protector is coming. We leveled up. This Imperium boost is pretty handy. But I guess let's get restore. I don't know how I feel about that. You're going to dig this out. You found draft and potentially an item. No item. But yes, draft. If I move you there, and I move you here, take my ruler and I could talk to this guy. When you arrive at the tunneling spider den, the visage of a tunneling spider that lured you there has disappeared, yet you feel ensnared as if you've sprung a trap you cannot see. You examine the enthralling tree and notice in its trunk and branches are overgrown and pungent mushrooms. Under Atter's influence is palpable here. You recall ancient legends that promise formidable boons to the most ardent torchbearers of Under Atter. Under Atter, I guess is how I gotta say that. Claim this territory so that you may build a tunneling spider temple, which invokes the power of the tunneling spider to slowly turn your domain into mushroom forests where the webwalkers thrive. With Under Atter's favor, by securing at least 2 tunneling spider dens and building the temples, the tunneling spider is sure to notice your devotion. I will secure her dens and build her temple. No problem. That's the easy part. Do I just keep building? What else do we need? 2 firms. 2 firms. A mine and a quarry. For that, 2 quarries. I do want that blacksmith, and I want it early. It's just that foresters are really busted for us. And will get really busted later. Because a Smith's Guild is draft and food based on foresters. Yeah, for right now. Why not? Annex provinces with a tunneling spider den, grant 5 mana and start transforming terrain immediately afterwards. I mean, sure. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Okay, so this has to be something that I don't know what it is. This must be one of the like secrets of the map, is these like astral explosions that keep happening. A lava divide is the primary feature of the overworld. Must be north-south? Yeah, it's got to be it here. Interesting. Interesting. This becomes when we're adjacent to friendly animals, we get critical hit chance and 10% damage. Yes. We also need to build a wildlife sanctuary. ASAP. Because this is how we get spiders. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just based off of, is there forests? Yeah, all right, well. 6 is the best number I'm going to get off of that for sure. This is somehow going to lose me 3 production. It gave me 8 food and 30 draft. I don't know how this is going to lose me 3 production from the forester, because it is a forester. Or it just counts as a forester, I guess. Yeah, it counts as a forester. All right, well, whatever. We'll still build it. And actually, I'm going to build it over the temple. I think maybe a little more priority. We've killed everything that threatens our starting area, which is very confusing. So let's just keep exploring with all of our bugs. This might be a big risk, but if we grow, we grow. We'll start building wild speakers. Oh, let's see. We have wild speakers. We have animists. You conjure animal. Oh, I think I screwed up getting these guys. Animist is a better poison blast, a better... Conjure animal or conjure primal spider. Requires at least 1 stack of Fury of the Tunneling Spider. Consumes remaining stacks on use. So he has to at least move once. This guy just conjures a tier 1 animal for 4 turns. Once per turn. But he's otherwise worse in every way. For real? Ah, no, he has a caretaker ability. Animals in this army require less upkeep. Aha, okay. So animists go in my bug armies and wild speakers go in my spider armies. Right now I have a bug army. That's cool. I like that there's a difference between them. We've got more treasure. Draft. This is draft. And items. And lava and river. This is uninhabitable terrain. It's a little annoying. Okay, and you are access to brewer ogres. Fortification health per quarry in your city. All right, so we kind of know what our base area looks like then. Where, oh, where do I send you to? Defeating an infestation grants you a unit based on the infestation. Seafaring. I mean, it's funny because we can't really grow on this. Like, we can't build more towns. So part of me is just like, okay, well, we own this. And then I guess we own some territory around here as well, if we so choose. But where we actually expand to is spiders. I feel like it's a bit of a shame because I think we took prolific swarmers. Right? So cities require 10% less food for gaining new pop. Well, I guess, you know what? That still affects our base city. More digging. So an outpost probably out there. You're gonna grab this guy. Truth be told, I actually probably get rid of the primal walkers and keep the protectors. These guys do blowguns for 10. These guys do poison blast for 16. And they have web. .32s, 40s, 32s. This is unfortunate. She has slow movement speed compared to everybody else. Primal Chargers have... Not so sure. Probably 32 as well, though. So, we might as well start working on a second army. We're going to have the Wildlife Sanctuary soon. Let's get a Wild Speaker going. And then when that's built, we can start building spiders. New campaign, that's right, Eagle. The big spider mommy. All right, gold veins and a lot of places to swim. I think I'm going to unlock seafaring. Because it seems like there is treasure to be had. And scouting to be made. And then I think what I'll do is I'll probably have all of these guys also come up top here. And just keep exploring. So... 15 mana. I got a couple mana crystals around. I do need more quarries. Always with the quarries, this guy. Doesn't look like there's going to be any good area for me to, like, you know, counts as a conduit bonus. Maybe more so here. So I guess right now we'll stick the quarries right next to each other. And we do have recruitments. Pragmatic leader. When army leader units of this army gain cold-blooded. That's funny because that's actually like the ability we took off our race. I like that. Seductive. Grants a 60% chance of making targets become dominated for 3 turns. With a chance to absorb them afterwards. Or Sab the Prodigy, an inspiring killer. I like these heroes. They got a good vibe about them. You don't ride a spider. But you do. So I think we're going to take you first. And is there anything cool I want to do with her? I really like this helmet. The only option is if I could give her more of a spider helmet. Which I feel like is probably not a thing. I know this is not a spider, but it feels spidery. You know what? I like her vibe. She's perfect the way she is. Give her some hardy plate as well. And then for abilities, she has Magecraft. So she's actually a caster. Ah, okay. So one of the realm traits is death casting. Because I've just noticed everybody has death casting. So units grant their owner 10 combat casting points on death. This, if we, yeah, this could work with us. We were talking about going really heavy spell focus to mix with the low tier units. That could absolutely work with us. Okay. Keep rolling. This color scheme I'm also quite pleased about. Turned out better than I thought. I was a lonely child, explains Kaya the philosopher, and you realize you're in for a long story. My only friend was a death beetle mount, but then a dread spider hatchling came and attacked your village, and everyone fled except for me and my mount Daffodil, who died protecting me. One day I swore I'd get revenge. I mean, I guess we're gonna kill the head of his dread spider hatchling. I wish I could seduce it. Give me these spiders. I don't even think I need to fight this. Not even remotely close. Finally, it's done, Daffodil, my old friend. You've been avenged. Ooh, vampire spider mount. I mean, I think I have to take that. Right? I think I have to take that. It's not particularly great for her because it's like just bonus lifesteal. But if we get a melee hero, it could be very, very nice on them. So you're a caster. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you'd still heal. There's still arguments to make. Imbalanced for a melee hero with the right build, for sure. You're my scout. Entwined thralls, entwined protectors, and entwined scourges. +2 mana and +2 knowledge per forester in the city domain. So foresters would get us food, production, mana. They're already getting us +2 mana if they're underground. And then this would give them another +2 knowledge on top of that. That is going to be spicy. And we're going to have so many foresters. Because this build also benefits from... When did that get there? I feel like maybe these magic sparkles are depositing items on the map. Free treasure? Yes, please. Giant octopuses? No, thank you. You gotta level up. Spiritual healing. Target unit heals for 3 temporary HP and gains 3 stacks of Rising Fury. I do feel like 2 experience a turn. Probably good. Now, Mad Caster makes me a good caster. Flesh Weaver gives me fleshlings and something else later on. I can never remember what these evolve into. Mad Caster evolves into Chaos Casting or the Astral Focus, and makes all of your magic attacks deal more damage. Which could be good. Fleshlings are tier 1s. I feel like I have to go Flesh Weaver, right? Flesh Abomination is one of the upgrades from that, yeah. I also like the idea of Empower, right? 40% damage, but with Resurgence for 2 turns. Like, this allows me to, like, suicide in some tier 1s. We're a swarm, right? We got a... Swarm's got a swarm. You know, I also need to help turn all of my bug people into spider people, so... You could actually reach that small creature cage, so I'm just gonna let you do that. A magma spirit? Maybe. 8 mana. I don't think I want that. As tempting as it could be. Summon wild animal, we will take. And this scout. Why don't we push you towards this tower to start? And you're going to push down this sea lane. That is a primal spider thing. But I'm also seeing, obviously, lots of bad guys down here. Do I want to just start, like, boosting pop? Part of me is like, yes. That's heal more in your domain. This is tier 1 units gain experience faster. I can't decide on nothing. Nothing for nobody. One day I'll understand what's happening there. Today, not that day. A lost Queen's Crypt. And a bit of Frost Domain around here. Alright, what are we looking for? You've got a production stash. Pastures. Astral Dew. I feel like the production stashes are more valuable for us right now. I see another person down here. I see another person down here as well. In fact, I see the same person in both of these locations. And the free city of Hollow. Grim Wolves. How can you be so evil? How can you sleep knowing those before you cower in fear? I might not have a chance of defeating you, but I have a responsibility of all people to stand up to you. You are now at war. Yeah, we could probably fix that. Give him a bit of time. Hilariously, they can't even see out here yet. Is this a destroyable wall? That looks like I could dig it. Okay. We also now have access to spiders. Dread spider hatchlings, which do 6 and 6. And vampire hatchlings, which do 12. Evolve into matriarchs. Matriarchs. Evolve into matriarchs. Not a lot of difference between them. But we'll start queuing them up. She's got a wild speaker. We have an extra protector. Honestly, we just need to be recruiting like nonstop all the time, so. How wide does realm type megacities provide? They can go up to size 30. And they can annex up to 5 tiles further away. I think is the deal. Really unfortunate that I am like here and not in the middle of this area. But we're also nature, so we'll get some more buffs that will let us expand further. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's uninhabitable. That's super annoying. A lot of bad uninhabitable space. Cannot make a second city. No. The free city of Skull Pit greets us with flashing eyes and a big proud stand. Strength and blood, glory to you, Ungoliant the brood mother. We raging ratkin of the Skull Pit welcome you to these lands of strife. I mean, yeah. They gotta be these guys, right? Skull Pit. Does this mean this is also somehow Skull Pit? Because that's the same color scheme. Let's give them a Whispering Stone, and these are going to be our first vassals. They are already very big. Yeah, I can totally dig this. And this is totally a tunneling spider tree. We need to cast Animal Kinship. So let's start queuing that up. And then we just keep growing. I guess one tricky thing I'm now realizing about this game is that a population victory we can pretty much forget about. Because if we can only have one city, this is not possible to do. A magic victory is potentially 4 gold ancient wonders, though. This might be a score victory game. I get a funny feeling this might be a score victory game. So if that's that vassal over there, what's over here? And if you're summon wild animals, what's our next home? So one of the ideas was going cryomancy. We could get white witches, which would be fun. Frost arrows wouldn't be that useful. Would only be on those little blowgun guys. But I don't know, slow on those blowguns is also not terrible. Ice Coffin is very good. 90% chance of becoming frozen. Frost Blades does extra damage against frozen or slowed units. So the spider webs do slow. That's something we got to think about. Fury of the Horde, I would like. Spawnkin, I would like. Summon of Regulars, very useful. Houndmaster, I'm a little jury's out on. Mob Camp is really useful, though. Tier 1 units are cheaper. Counts as a forester. Unit deployment. We also get Battle Seeker here, which makes all tier 1 units get a bunch of bonuses. So I could literally have people running like tier 1 teams. The other one we were looking at was the Tome of Evolution for Draconic Vitality and the bonuses to Evolution Spiders. I think one of the funny things is that the spiders are going to go from like tier 1 and having all these buffs to then becoming like tier 3 spiders. I feel like we're literally going to have a tier 1 spider army and then a tier 4 spider army. Pagan, hello. Happy Friday, dude. How we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think the thing is I just literally need like 4 tier 1 tomes to make this build work. Which does work, but is a bit funny. School of Cryomancy gives mana per adjacent snow or ice province. All right, let's go with the Horde. Because I do really, really want to see how this works.
Masters of the Horde understand the power of large numbers, of masses riled up into a frenzy.
More spiders. Highlands revealed. Our scrying has revealed one of the secrets. Mountains and highland provinces are more common. Good to note. We've also unlocked your turns regenerate more HP in friendly domain. And the tunneling spider temple is also done, as is our growth. So what are we building here? You boost at pop 10, which is like I'm about to hit, which is crazy because I don't really need tier 3 units. Plus 10 food per farm. Honestly, I feel like the blacksmith is what I should build here. Part of me wants to boost it. Like right away. But I won't. But I part of me wants to. And then we're gonna fight a bunch of Dawn Defenders, Dusk Hunters, and an Exemplar. Doing good, thanks. Got an iced coffee. Nice. You're surviving in this like crazy heat we've been having. Got your cat chilling inside, away from the heat wave. Yeah, it just broke here in Montreal last night. And I am extremely grateful for that. Boom! I forgot that's what fleshlings do. They just run forward and explode. The lovely little guys. Who is on the front of this army? You are? Well, I don't feel like you should be on the front of my army. Move you back. Put you here. Put you here. 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 And you can summon, just not yet. I guess there. All right, what do we got? We have possession. We have Eldritch Mind Control. We can restore and regenerate. We can also just take pot shots at dweebs. Stack some poison, stack some blight. We might as well. Live in Montreal, yeah. You're in Laval. Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm in like the plateau area. I love it. It's a great city. I used to live in Toronto, and let me tell you, this is much nicer here. Much happier living in Montreal. It's a good vibe. It's a very good vibe. So I could move here, take Lucky, and web them. I could do probably the same thing there. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the play, right? Big triple web, triple immobilization. Stops my guys from being flanked. Everyone is immobilized on their team, which is awesome. I probably don't want to move. I just want that Rising Fury. Yeah, you got decent range. Just give him the tippy taps. Stack up those heals. Man, I mean, we got Eldritch Mind Control. Do I use it? And have you turn on him in the flank? That's probably the play. I probably would have been better going for the 53 and just having him get killed, but c'est la vie. Am I missing any spells? Not yet. He turned on his own ally and killed him instead of attacking me, so that was absolute peak. Now we get a flank shot in his butt. Requires Fury of the Tunneling Spider. Oh, this guy needs to get all 5 stacks. And he gets 2 per shot. So he has to attack 3 times before he can summon a spider. But he does summon a Primal Spider, which is a tier 2 mythic. That doesn't sound very good. Sounds like that should be better. You're on top of him. You're on top of him. Why don't you eat that corpse? And then you can attack him. And blat. FYKO, by the way. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Not me sitting here for the past 20 minutes wondering who you were talking to. Realized your chat stopped updating. Good doctor. My good doctor. Been hitting you a lot today too, yeah. A tier 2 mythic, yeah, it's a bit of a weird combination, hey? Chaos Eater. Gorbos. Rainbow Clover. And Astral Dews. Where am I going with you? I'm gonna boost that for the Dread Spider hatchlings. You need 3 quarries to be boosted. Interesting. You need 2 farms. And you need 400 gold. +4 knowledge per adjacent mushroom forest is a lot. This just gives me cheaper tier 1 units. And I'm actually realizing does not need foresters around it. Can I not take... Oh, that's on the underground passage. I need to clear Mother Ash before I can move above ground at all. Unless I decide to move like above ground over here. Oh, ain't that a peculiar one? Okay. Okay. If I build over here, I would at least get this iron vein. And then this armory is boosted. And I really think that that's what I have to do in this campaign. And we got to go like hyper military very early on. So primal summons were very good. I think they got nerfed because they were too good. Yeah, you can only cast them once per battle now. Big part of it. A lot of outposts to build. Yeah. Yep. Pagan, thank you for the prime sub. Sick of the ads, I guess. And Putty King, thank you for the follow. If you can even see this. Do hate the ads. Exactly, right? I understand. I understand all too well. What else we got under here? Yup. Chieftain Bog Socket Stabber of Skull Pit sends you a bottle filled with an unknown substance. Oh, Eldritch Spider Goddess Ungoliant the Brood Mother, we Raging Ratkin feel blessed by your presence. In anticipation of our new pact, we have a small gift sent to you. In our culture, we share this drink when we forge a bond. He takes a sip and coughs heavily, waiting for you to return the gesture. Sneak in an antidote and down the entire battle. 60% chance. But we gain 18 relationships, allegiance, and get a pact of cooperation immediately. As well as swaying them a lot. I could just splendor them. I'm willing to gamble on this. Emotes are worth it, right? They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Sarah, hello! Welcome. How you doing, Bill? We'll try it. Boo! All right. That means we are very wounded. Very, very wounded. I mean, we're still healing, but it becomes a risk if we want to actually fight anything. Man, this zone is crazy to get around. Okay, so it's a different free city. This free city of Deep Lair greets you with an ancestral greeting of his howling wind spirits. You have the looks of a follower of the Tunnel Spider. Oath Mother, the Sylvan Wolf guides their life path. It is good to find one so versed in the old ways. Come, let us discuss the matters of peace. Okay. Followers of nature. The city has access to spring fairies, white wolves, leaf skins, bountiful fields, entwined protectors, and nymphs. What do these guys have? Gortusk matriarchs, white wolves, Gaia's Trojans, unleash the beast, devolved, horned gods, and the totem of the wild. Damn, Daniel. We're 2 turns off another Whispering Stone. Which I think we're probably going to pick up right away. I'm here. Don't dare try to stop now. No, I don't know. Maybe I might have to. Never know. All right, so I'm boxed in by vassal states on both sides of the above ground. Maybe we could get our tunneling spider up there and do some more scout. The Hollow is at war with me, but they are actually blocked in right now. You're going to scout that way, so why don't we have this guy scout down here? Down here. We can trade with this guy for... That's a pretty good deal. Silver tongue fruit, +1 allegiance per turn. Vassals are going to be pretty key if we're a one city thing, so... Someone just tried to poison a spider eldritch god? Yes, that is correct. That is exactly what happened. You gotta give him credit for it, you know? That's why you're late. Box didn't matter if it's mega cities. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Ooh. It's really funny is I just like don't know who to fight. I mean, I guess the thing is like if I kill these guys, I still get bonuses for my city. So you know what? I should probably just kill all these guys up here. Maybe build an outpost or something. You know what? Let's stick to the rivers. The Girth of Golden Worship. Ooh, and then let's put you here. Bad call. Here. Animal kinship. We love animals, they all say. So when adjacent to other spiders, basically, we get 10 damage and critical hit chance. Man, I better just keep making spiders at this point. At this point, we might as well. Just got back into Stellaris, caught up on 80 DLC, $80 worth of DLC. On not the Machine God expansion, but the one before that. That's when there was a sale that happened and I ended up dropping a lot to catch back up. I didn't even think I was that far behind. But turns out, yeah. Middleton. Is that a player? No, this is another free city. All right, look, just grab all your spiders. I don't know what's going on here anymore. Yeah, you'll just fight some of this stuff, I guess. Try not to get killed in the process. And I just want to see what's there. It's nothing, so I'm going here next. You've unlocked Whispering Stone. And tier 1 units gain experience 50% faster. Yes, please. So the Whispering Stone goes to the deep layer, who are evil. You guys are neutral. And we're not sure about everybody else. Why not? Why not? Tech is pretty slow right now. Honestly, I could just build the Smith's Guild right away. I know it's what I'm going to build. What else do we need? 2 firms, 2 firms. I don't want no firms, but I probably will need to build them anyway. Farm, favorite train, farm, favorite train. There's no other kind of like unique things down here other than this mana node. So I'm just gonna build a farm. Just so we have the options to keep everything boosted. Like this is production and food income, which is good for us. Big emotes are distracting. Oh, I don't even see them. Oh, yeah, I see. On that chat, I do. I'm using a chat client because I need noises to play whenever anybody types in chat. And I also need my chat to be bigger, which I can't do, so. The big amounts are weird. Did they show up big on screen as well? It's really annoying because you can't disable any of that stuff. You can just make it more expensive. And it's made a lot of people quite upset at Twitch. Quite understandably upset at Twitch, I would say. More spiders, please. I guess I should build like some vampire spider hatchlings, but I feel like just dread spiders right now is the way to go. You got a big spider. I feel okay about this though. Dish out lots of DLC for Stellaris. Yeah, pretty much only up to date on Hearts of Iron. See, Hearts of Iron is one of the ones I haven't gotten into. Crusader Kings and Stellaris are my like two big ones. And then EU, I was like playing for a long time. And then eventually I was like, I fell off the train. I can't really get my fleshlings up for any good explosions here. But I don't want to put them in a position where they can't move up and explode on things. So I think I'm just going to try to sneak them over to the sides. Can you hit anything from here? You can. You might as well. Oh, interesting. So spiritual healing also grants 3 stacks of Rising Fury. Which means if I was to cast that on myself... I could just summon a spider after a single attack. Still ends up working out kind of weird, but... yeah, I had a feeling... but I was kind of hoping you would do that because then I could just distract you. And every shot becomes a flank. And then these fleshlings can come in here. Do that. And then honestly, do that again. Parkour. Oh, you're immobilized. I was going to move you up and web all of them. But I'm now seeing that's not an option. I'm going to eat that corpse. I'm going to... butts. Can't do anything. Kill myself. Drop a warding. Get swarmed by spiders. Downside here is I'm being flanked majorly. I feel like just take the kills. Ow. Shot my own homie. So, do I move here and then spider web you too? Move here and then spider web you too? Yes, slowed and immobilized. Get that overwhelm. Pass the turn, finish him off. Oof. Some dirty poison damage there. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. I know it doesn't matter. I just wanted to eat some corpses. Costly to keep up with Paradox games. Yeah, I love the DLCs for games I'm excited for, but man, when you get a look at home how much a game is just to get into everything, several $100 if not on sale. Yeah, I mean, I like Paradox has actually been very, very good for that, for the games that they do way too much DLC for, like Crusader Kings and Stellaris, where they now kind of say, hey, this game has too much. We've done like 2 years of content or more. We're gonna put out an expansion subscription for like $10 a month. You get to play the game. If you play the game for a month or two, you're probably sick of it for the rest of the year. And I think that's like a pretty good deal because it's only like $10 a month. It's like the price of playing WoW. Outside of MMOs, EU4 is your most played game. 2K hours? Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot in like CK and Stellaris are both like, we got a lot going. The Spider God was almost dead, yeah, but she doesn't instant revive. No. I don't think so. Some games have games and DLC for a monthly fee. Yeah. I mean, the thing I like about the Paradox model is, and I'm actually shocked to say this, but like, while Paradox puts out a lot of DLCs typically for their games, they're getting better at it. They're starting to like learn what works and what doesn't. All of their DLCs come with like a ton of updates, and the money gained from the DLCs is clearly like going back into making the games better with things like the Stellaris Custodian Initiative, for example, where like they literally just have a team that does quality of life. It goes back to old patches and does quality of life. And I don't mind paying for a DLC for like Crusader Kings when I'm like, I feel like I've experienced everything that Crusader Kings has to offer. And then they put out a new DLC and I'm like, okay, well then now there's something to bring me back in for a couple of gameplays. For me, it's like, you've already got this incredible game that I really like, that I've gotten way worth my money on. And then you put out something that I pay you 10, 15 bucks for, and you get me another ton of hours from that. And you get to expand on a game that I already know and I already like. So like, even if I don't necessarily like the DLC the most, or it's like not exactly for me, I'm still generally like, well, I like the game. And you convinced me to come back and play the game for another run or two. So like, I could deal with it. So more DLC is good. People can buy or not. In old days before the internet, too expensive in distribution for more DLCs. Yeah. I mean, I think that's always the option too, is like, and I truly think that this is the way things are starting to go, is now a lot of these, at least for strategy games, people will say, what's the DLC that I need to buy? And you can generally say, oh, this one and this one. And you can skip everything else until you like decide you want to play that. For Age of Wonders, for example, people are like, which ones do I need to buy? And I'm like, none of them. You can just play the base game. And then if you're like, oh, I have a really cool idea for a build, but I need a dragon to make it happen, then it's like you buy the dragon stuff. Total War is a great example for this. Like Total War Warhammer has a disgusting amount of DLC because it's 3 games worth of DLC. But you don't need any of it, right? Arguably you need like game 1, game 2, and game 3 so you can play the cool big super map. But all the other stuff is just like, okay, do you want to play that faction? Are those the ones you're vibing for? Then you can go back and buy them. So you should hide your XCOM hours. Illogical. I can't even imagine, dude. I have a lot of XCOM hours, but you must be just crushing it. My Total War hours is like a lot. But I also streamed it exclusively for like 2 years. Vanilla is so bad or boring without DLC. That's when I disagree. MechWarrior 5 Vanilla was just not good without the DLCs. My problem with MechWarrior 5 is that you need all the DLCs to run the very good mods. And MechWarrior 5, I would say, is not good without mods. It's not the DLC that matters. It's just that the DLCs are requirements for the mods. So pay full price for Hearts of Iron when it releases because I know you get your money's worth. Yeah, for sure. I did the same thing with Age of Wonders. Like, I bought the expansion pack when it came out. And like now, Paradox gives me stuff for free for showing it off on stream. But like, all the Age of Wonders stuff I had already paid for. Like, the only thing they gave me was like a week early access, which I appreciate. Stellaris has a solid engine, can support mods neatly. Costly maintenance has to be paid for. Yeah. generally the DLC is like not that bad in prices, you know? Like it's like 20 bucks or under most of the time. Paradox up for Stellaris. The gameplay loop works out well. Where a game like Civ 6 with the additional leaders, the loop didn't change. Problems are still the same. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like it's not just the DLC. It's always the DLC plus the patches that come alongside of it. And the patches are free. You get them for free. Tier 2 shield. It's okay. I feel like we need to heal. I can't decide if I want to build an outpost up here. Like I could build an outpost on this Astral Dew and try to take the Lost Queen's Crypt. What's nice about the crypt is it's based on heroes in the crypt. And I'd get a unique resource. You know, I could make an argument for that. We'll give it a shot. Our homie has leveled up. Battle Seeker, all tier 1 units gain boosts. Are you going to be the guy who does this, though? Are you really going to be the tier 1 character? I don't think you're going to be. Pack leader, sure. A tier 1? I feel like you're going to zone out of that pretty quickly. Didn't even realize Paradox published AOW? Oh, yeah. They do. Yep. You can play Immortal Empires in Total War with just the 3rd game. Oh, that's right. You're right. They changed that. They did change that. When it first launched, you needed to buy game 1, 2, and 3 to play Immortal Empires. But then everyone got very mad about it. And I forgot. I'm a bit out of the Total War loop nowadays. I still keep some idea about what's going on, but I'm a bit out of the loop. Guys, I don't know what to take with this guy. There's another bonus we get when we take the Tome of Vigor that I think boosts beasts, animal units. So I'm wondering if I just make him like my high tier spider army. Extra defense, extra resilience. Extra HP would always be good. All right. I'm going to keep building you as a support character. Even if it's probably a mistake. I could summon animals. My alignment has changed because we haven't done anything evil in a while. I guess we'll just keep cruising. 20 bucks, no problem. When it's 10 DLCs you need and it's 200 bucks, that's when it's like, wow. Yeah. I mean, at that point, it's like put out a gold edition of the game or like, you know, introduce a subscription model. That's the thing I'm like kind of like the gold editions for games you don't see nearly enough nowadays when it's just like, hey, this game is done. Here's a version of the game. It costs 100 bucks, but it's every DLC included, you know? It's your $60 game, which should cost $40, and then it's $200 of DLC down to $60. To me, that's a little bit better for at least new people getting into it, but Nowadays, it's also like, they're like, well, we're not going to do a gold edition. We're just going to put out a sequel. So. Paradox published City Skylines 2. Not that I'm incredibly salty about it. Yeah, they messed it up real bad. Real bad. They were also meant to publish this cool Sims game called Life by You. And then they canceled it like last week. And then the day after, they canned the entire studio. And nobody knows why, because apparently they were hitting every single internal target they had and beyond. And they were like well on track. They delayed their release on the publishing side. And then they canned the whole studio. It's really weird. It's one of the weirdest, like, there's been a lot of studios, obviously, that have gone like under or been canned by like Microsoft in the last couple of years. The last couple of years especially have been really bad for it. And this is a weird like Paradox one that nobody knows. Even the devs have come out and been like, we don't know what happened. We hit every milestone. Everything was good. So, summon wild animals underground. Get high chance for spiders. Yes, yeah. Path to killing momentum. That's all under the martial tree. So the Eldritch guy can't get it, but any person who has like attack, defense, tanks, melee characters, archers can all get killing momentum. No publisher that doesn't miss. Truth. Very true, right? Yeah. Yeah, Doctron is canceled. Yeah, they canceled it last week. It's a bummer, man. I was really looking forward to that one. I haven't played a Sims game since The Sims 2, so. We have the Gore-Tusk Piglet quest, which is just a bunch of pigs need to be hunted for Skull Pit. Higherborn Gore-Tusk Piglets. I could just spend my thralls here. Dude, I love just spending thralls to skip quests. Honestly, I kind of need things to fight. I think I'm just going to take this on. And we can send our hero up to deal with that. We'll build an outpost here. And then we'll go fight those piggies. You excavated a mana node and a bunch of spiders. You are moving down here. You're moving down here. You're moving over here. You're digging more dirt. Make our way to Middleton, who are hopefully friendly. We've got our armory, so now we're building everything at even higher ranks. Honestly, this is plus 25 food, plus 25 draft. Plus 2 starting rank. Build 4 quarries to boost. I got 1, 2, 3 quarries. That sounds like a problem I can solve pretty easy. I think I'll build it over here. Bada bing. All right, I think she has enough dread spiders. She does. Actually, take that protector out of her army. Which means I'm going to build another wild speaker so I can build a vampire spider army. Hollow has sent a war party. I don't know how they plan to get to me. But we should try to keep an eye for that just in case. And then we just keep digging. Well, this is going to get me there. It's for sure a strange path, but... A desecrated temple. And the city of Atlantis. Also a knowledge stash. There are a lot of vassals on this map, or potential vassals on this map. We got a wild speaker done, so let's just queue up vampire hatchlings. My money and stuff is starting to take a hit now. We're kind of expanding past the hive. Atlantis greets you with hostility. The occult fae of Atlantis, Alt-Lantis, will fight for our freedom. All right. Sign of the cleft shield. The shield in the constellation of Baradar the Shield Master has broken in twain. Shields and bucklers everywhere spontaneously shatter. Now that their full advantage of shield wielding is lost, defenders are compelled to focus on attacks. A formidable sight to behold, they strike harder and deeper, paying less heed to their defensive tactics. The realm's shield bearers may carry broken shields, but they are poised to thrash your enemies in the front lines. -4 defense, plus 40% attack on shield units. That's kind of cool. I like that. Conjure Primal Spider. Yes, I like that. I'll take that. That sounds correct. Cleft in twain. The free city of Middledon acknowledges the ancestral greeting of the Webwalkers. Oh my god, this is actually meant to be my character. These are the other Webwalkers. Initiates of Chaos. Fire Giants, Ritual Pyres, Fury of the Horde, Pyromancer. Okay. So, Skull Pit. You guys are Vassalage in 6. Somebody else is in here trying to build them up. You guys are Pact of Co-op. Well, you're at Warp, so I'll get the 2 of these guys easy. Oh, Skull Pit's on the level lake as well. They're also being slaughtered by Frost Dragons. Good to know. This is literally just costing me $10 a turn. I may not be a smart man. Well, let's dig out this for sure. You're coming after these Gore-Tusk piglets. You can go get that knowledge stash. We will fight these guys and take them over for sure. We are an early game military powerhouse, so. And you got back the loyalty with Vassalage in 6. Coast River and underground lakes grant food. Extra vision range. I'm debating just grabbing these guys right away, so that I can put the Whispering Stone elsewhere. I don't know, that was worth it. Just won with a Seals victory. Nice. With your ally defeated basically everyone else beforehand besides one person about to capture the throne city. Nice, dude. I really like the Seals victory. It's a very cool addition. Is +1 city work? We can't build additional cities. So, yeah. It doesn't do anything. To answer your question. On this map, don't do nothing. Dragon territories. Dragons claim this land as their hunting ground, their lairs dominating off the land, warding off competition. Good to know. Let's go hunt some piggies. All these guys have charge, so let's make sure that we do not engage them on their terms. Also make sure that we heal this guy for certain. Getting the Rising Fury will also get him some pretty early life leech. Honestly, probably should have cast heal there. Boom. And boom. I mean, if you go all the way up, you could hit all 4 of those pigs with a web. And then if you go all the way up, you can hit all 4 of the pigs with a web. You also hit our homie, but it doesn't do very much damage to him. And then if you go all the way up, guess what you can do? You can hit all 4 of them with a web. What a country we live in. I'm going to empower him, because I believe that he can get this kill. Perfect. Nothing to it. Just got to spider a bunch of your own guys. Bacon. After slaying the gore tusk piglets, you hear the distant horns of Skull Pit. The hunt is over. It's not long before the chieftain approaches you. He bows deeply. The gore tusk piglet is slain. May the great hunter usher in glory to our great Skull Pit. The minstrels entourage sing a short ballad of triumph. The hunters gather every killed animal, forming a respectable mountain of game. You outmatch us as the slayer of the venerable quarry. You are the first to claim your prize. A tier 2 ranged unit. 3 turns of food. 2 hundo gold. Or some Imperium. I think I'm going to take the pelts. My econ's looking a little worse for wear right now. What else we got down here, dudes? Just start digging. Okay, okay. Scouts and scouts. And spiderlings. I can almost make a spider hatchling per turn. 80 draft. I can make a spider hatchling per turn. It's just that I'm making 1.5 at the moment. We've unlocked a new development skill. Boats. Isn't really super useful. What's kind of funny is if I did go cryomancy, I could build those buildings down here and benefit from the cold. Like I could put one right here and it would get 1, 2, 3, 4 on the research post. The School of Cryomancy, I think it's called. And I should be able to reach down that way if I grow in that direction, so. Maybe. Boss Canary, hello? How you doing? Meowdy. New name for this race, Spider Oprah. You get a web, you get a web, you get a web. Everybody gets a web. We got iron. I noticed there's a lot less, like, infestations when you dig now. I don't know how on purpose that is. Shouldn't these guys be coming in at a higher level than that? Oh, it doesn't stack. Surely it must. Surely it's meant to. Yeah, see? Free spider. That's kind of fun. So this protector needs to leave this army. And now this is a perfect army. I could get rid of this guy. TBD. You guys are protecting knowledge, so we'll fight you. You had a secret slither. Yeah, I'll do it. I might lose some units here. Running around without heals. Starting to get dangerous. Summoning a bunch of fleshlings absolutely rules, though. Man, these guys have a lot of movement. Good grief. They also have skirmish, so they're gonna cast venomous spit on me. Even if I'm in range. Or, like, whether I'm in range or not, I guess is what I mean. To you. Summon spiders. Oh no, they're going for me. Okay. Interesting and slightly unexpected choice. $19 and $30. 7 and 7. Well, as per usual, I have a bunch of web spells. So that's killable. Question becomes on how do I want to cast the next web. They're all immobilized. You go here. You could hit the two of those and stay out of range. Get my own homie a little bit there. You know what? If this guy is immobile, He's got no ranged attack. Hit them instead. And you can pop him. Ow, ow, ow. Those guys are stuck. Those guys are stuck. You bleed out. That slip away ain't gonna save you. You devour him, and that guy's a summon. All right. This build's got something. There's also a Shrieker's Tomb up here. Interesting. Interesting, 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 interesting. If I could get all of these tombs, we might have some. Combat strategy is theory of Mo for Mo Webs. Mo Webs, Mo problems. How do we feel about Houndmasters? I like that they get webs. I don't like that they summon dogs. I wish they were spiders. Weak point shot is really strong. They're tier 2. Eagle Eye. Hello, Boss Canary. Welcome back. I could shuffle, you're right. You are right. You're absolutely correct. What terrible advice you have given me. Yeah. Here, we'll take some of the regulars. I'll try to get this tower up here so we can get some views on this guy. No, it's not. I'm not. You don't need to apologize. I made my choice. I lived with it. Spiders. Oh, I guess I also have this protector. We should cast Spawnkin. We've had this for a very long time. I keep forgetting to cast spells. That Spirit Wolf has Resurgence? And Guardian Spirit. Friendly animal units in combat with this unit get +1 defense and +1 resistance. Interesting. Deep Layer. Pact Co-op. Haste Berries. Founding, migrating, and absorbing cities takes -2 turns. Not super useful. The other trades are okay. Be useful for us later in the game, I think. Oh man, you were playing a little Timberborn today. I love Timberborn. I put a lot of hours into that little colony builder. The Free City of Factoro greets you with regret in their eyes. They will fight you for a brighter future. All right. Why does everybody hate me? And why do I not have enough thralls to deal with anybody? All right. You are being influenced by somebody else as well. Masters of Constructs, which means you are the most unfun faction to fight in the game. Starborn Engineers. Reaver, Guardian, Hermit Kingdom. Why are you at war with me? Oh, shoot. Ah, sugar snaps. I'm gonna be caught out bad. Bad and dirty. Can't any more down here. This is all ice, which is kind of interesting. Aha, the first leader. We finally find another player. Observing and impact. Catechus greets you. Catechus Mason of the Feudal Rodents. He is a protective sage. He likes nature. He likes empires with summoned units and vassals. You dislike empires with a large domain. Well, I literally can't have that. And you dislike empires that start wars. We could get along. You're rats. Rats and spiders. They seem like natural friends. Should I Wizard's Bond him? I think I will. Hartfield. Oh yeah, he's like super hella far away. He's on the other side of the lava domain. Might be slightly confused, but is there a reason you're keeping to one city? Yeah, we have mega cities on. It's just we got random rolled onto mega cities. So it says 1 out of 3, but I actually can't have more than one city. It's foolish, but it is what it is. I don't know if I can really afford that yet. Not when there's spiders to be made. If I upgrade my city to tier 3, I could probably make tier 3 animals. What I need to do right now is I need to merge all 3 of my armies together. Oh, you don't have a hero. I'm missing a 3rd hero. Oh, enables recruitment of animals. I thought this guy was going to get like bonuses again with animals, and I was really excited. Pioneer, War Mage, magic attacks, sunder defense, recruitment of animals, seductive, and inspiring. So I think I'm going to probably take this guy and I'm going to make him a melee hero. Maybe like a... I guess sword and shield. Maybe lance? I might give him a lance. But that's got to be... we need them to run this army. Well, in the meantime, these guys can come up top. We have a lot of things trying to kill us at the moment. And I would like to try to not die. We have unlocked Silver Tongue Fruit. Shares magic materials. Oh, I've been trading for those magic materials. I guess I don't need to anymore. Your target should probably be that Dragon Slayer, dude. I'm just going to put that out there. Take your time.
Basil box.
Basil's box. Illogical. Thank you so much, dude. 19 months. Unreal. Unreal. Folks, if you don't know Illogical, I'm going to shout him out because I really like him. And he plays a lot of XCOM, among other great games. He's a great streamer, and you should follow him. That's all I'm going to say about that. Once these guys are vassalized, can other people still put in bets? I don't think so. I guess another good question is, can I integrate cities? Probably not. So you have my other one, and then you guys get that one. We're gonna do all that jazz. All right. Keep going. Turn 26. I still don't know what this effect is. Spawnkin is ready to launch. So we're going to cast this. Now we're even tinier. Which is very funny looking. And everyone else is pretty much just going to head up to the surface. I think I need to build a road here. Do we have roads unlocked? Bow, 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 bow. Battlefield looting is also very good. Can I get both? No. I'm gonna sneak up there. You recently found the outposts belonging to these guys is what happened. Right. The enigmatic Sorcerer's Solace. The free city of Sorcerer's Solace greets you with a sage, vaguely insufferable expressions. The goblin stargazers extend a hopeful wish of mutual neutrality. I probably don't want or need these guys. Ah, man, actually, I could have. They're another Master of Nature? I feel like if I take these guys as a vassal, there's no way in hell I could keep them. Where these guys are easy. These guys are easy, and these guys are easy. Back to loyalty in 6. Yeah, we're still like a pretty ways away from you. You guys are 820. Honestly, maybe I should just swarm you with all my spiders. Get my astral due. The sign of the cleft shield. The shield in the constellation of Baradar, the shield master, has restored itself, and your shield bearers are equally mended. Smiths and armorers repaired or reforged every broken targe and buckler in your realm. Defenders everywhere proudly bear their shields high once again, having favored their sword arm over their shield for so long. They reacquaint themselves with the familiar role as protectors. Discounting the odd shield bash, the realm's shield bearers once again favor defense over fierce attack. Oh. Interesting. We can make this a permanent enchantment. Kill them all and eat them the bug way. Honestly, I might do this. Piter, hello. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings and salutations. I think I'm going to do this. The way being is that I don't really think defensive units are really going to matter that much in a small bug army. Especially tier 1. So I'm going to try that out. And see if we can't make better sense of it. All right, you got a bit of an idea about what's happening up here. So you are right in the corner. There's nothing else going on up there. I wouldn't mind seeing what's over here. You're also up against the wall. I'm stuck a little bit with you. This guy is just going down the long, long passage. And man, I can't decide entirely what I want to do with you right now either. Let's just go, ooh, production stash. Let's grab that. We're ready to annex another province. I think it's maybe about time we built this research post. Been talking a big game about that one for a long time. Hollow has sent another war party. Don't know what happened to the first one. Didn't seem to make it here. I guess we do need to build an outpost up there at some point. Yeah, that would be good. Gonna need a better army to do it with, but... okay, these guys. Money. Cheaper tier 1 units. More food. This is a great question. I want to say the stone steel first. Give me that little bit of production boost. We're out of movement. This guy's... I don't think there's any way up through that. If there's no way up there, I'm going to disband him. Boy. There's loot up there. So these guys are 250. We can't get them yet. And then you've unlocked cities may expand to provinces 2 further away. I reckon it's gonna be handy if we want to get this ice area. All right, summon irregulars. Fury of the Horde is a spell I want. And I actually have everything off the Tome of Beasts already. I'm going to unlock Hailmaster. Mostly because I figure at least the hounds are still animals. So there might be something there that we can build around. You guys are going to come over here. You're going to come down here and heal. You're vibing. All right, and you can't dig any of this. So that must mean... What's weird is I don't see a cave icon up here. So I don't know if this is just not inaccessible. That's a golden wonder. But there might not actually be an entrance into that. This is also a golden wonder. But there's clear access if you just go up that way. Oh, there's the cave right there. There it is. Let's get rid of this guy then. Give me back the gold. He's way too far away to be of use. So we just got production. My money is going back up somehow. My knowledge still sucks. Maybe a library it's time for. We can decide whether or not we want to cast this. I like it. Let's do it. War Shamans and Furies from Skull Pit. That's kind of cool. I don't really need any of them right now, but... boy, I guess we should probably make more armies? I guess not killing my upkeep entirely is not a bad idea. If we have 3 fully active armies right now, and we recruit super fast... Oh yeah, so check it. Check it. All my tier 1 units recruit at legendary status now. Legend. The animals, for some reason, don't. They only get champion. Because you can't recruit evolved animals at legendary anymore. That was in the patch notes. But this is killer. This means we basically have tier 3 units. How's our city stability? Pretty bad. Minus 10% city income. Let's fix that. You got to heal one more turn. These guys are all at max level. You're going to get in that cave. Y'all are going to climb over them. There are hills. We're going to cast the Sign of the Cleft Shield. That's pretty cool. I like that new update. All right. Noticing the mushroom forests here are growing constantly out from the tunneling spider location. I'm actually a little worried they might affect this ice. Death casting revealed. We figured that one out earlier. We have a pact of cooperation. Units cost less draft. That's pretty good. And this guy has actually insulted us. Because he doesn't like... Not sure. He's just like not happy with me. That's okay. That's their loss. I do gotta poke my nose down here. I'm ever so curious. Yeah, big gold wonder up there. Poke my head over here. And then we're 16 versus 840 against these Lost Wizards. Now, this is going to be really funny because this is just a bunch of garbage spiders doing it. But that'll free us up Astral Dew. Which I like. Our army's at 725. We probably can't take a Silver Wonder. But we could probably start taking Bronze. 30 turns in. I think that's doable. Probably top priority is getting a hero into this spider army. And honestly, then just recruiting spiders at rank 4 that level up super fast is going to be really nice. So, I think, before we dig into this fight, we call it further. We call it for the day. I think it's a perfect spot to get it. Spider Goddess! We gotta dip our toes into this little campaign, get ourselves started, and then on Monday, we get to dive right back in. I think this is exactly where we leave today. We'll get ourselves a beautiful little picture. What a horrific Eldritch creature. I'm excited for this campaign. I think we got a really cool map for it. The underground, the lows of vassals, there's lots of things we can feed off of. It should go pretty well. It should go pretty well. Thank you for joining us. In the meantime, we'll see you back here on Monday.